Have you ever wondered how much impact a parent's words can have on a child's life? It's a question that bears asking. Words, simple as they may seem, carry a profound power. They can shape a child's world, influence their perceptions, and mold their self-esteem. They can build or break, uplift or undermine. The impact of a parent's words on a child's mental and emotional development is undeniable, and sometimes, sadly, not always positive. Today we're going to explore 15 toxic things parents often say that can negatively impact their children. Let's start with the first 3 toxic things parents say. The first toxic statement we often hear is, "You'll never amount to anything." This statement is particularly harmful because it directly attacks a child's potential and their belief in their abilities. When a child hears this, they can internalize the message, leading them to believe they lack value or the capacity to achieve success. It's like planting a seed of doubt that can grow into a tree of self-doubt, overshadowing their every effort to succeed. Moving on, the second toxic statement is, "Why can't you be more like your sibling?" Comparing a child to their sibling or anyone else sets up an unhealthy competition. It can instill feelings of inadequacy and resentment. Children may start believing they're inferior, leading to a negative self-image. Moreover, it can strain sibling relationships, fostering hostility instead of love and support. It's important to remember that each child is unique with their strengths and weaknesses, and they should be appreciated for who they are. Lastly, one of the most damaging statements a parent can utter is, "I wish you were never born." This statement communicates rejection at the most fundamental level. It can leave a child feeling unwanted and unloved. Such extreme words can lead to severe emotional trauma, negatively affecting a child's mental health and their relationships later in life. These 3 statements, like arrows, can pierce a child's heart, leaving scars that may not fade easily. They can mold a child's perception of themselves and the world around them in distressing ways. By being aware of the impact of such toxic statements, we can make a conscious effort to refrain from using them, replacing them instead with words of encouragement, love, and support. It's no secret that words carry weight. They have the power to build or break, to heal or hurt. As adults, we have a responsibility to use this power wisely, especially when it comes to the children in our lives. These statements can severely damage a child's self-esteem and create feelings of worthlessness. Moving on to the next set of toxic comments. Let's begin with the phrase, "You're too sensitive, just toughen up." This statement can be damaging, as it invalidates a child's emotions and feelings. It tells them that their reactions are incorrect or exaggerated, creating a sense that they are wrong for feeling the way they do. This can lead to emotional suppression, difficulty in expressing feelings, and even mental health issues in the future. Next, we have the phrase, "You're such a disappointment." This statement directly attacks a child's self-esteem and self-worth. It tells them that they do not meet the expectations set for them, and in turn, they may start to believe they are incapable of doing so. Over time, this can develop into a fear of failure, where they are afraid to try new things or take risks, because they fear the disappointment that may come with failure. Lastly, we have the statement, "You're not good enough." This is one of the most harmful phrases a parent can say to a child. It directly tells them that they are inadequate and inferior. This can lead to feelings of worthlessness and can severely affect a child's self-esteem. The child might start to believe that they will never be good enough, no matter how hard they try. This belief can hinder their growth and development, both personally and professionally, as they grow into adults. So, why are these statements harmful? All of these comments focus on the negatives rather than the positives. They don't provide constructive feedback or ways for the child to improve. Instead, they only serve to tear down the child's self-esteem and self-worth. Furthermore, these statements can lead to a child developing a negative self-image, which can carry into their adult lives. This can affect their relationships, career, and overall happiness. In conclusion, it's important to remember that words carry weight. The things we say, especially as parents, can have a lasting impact on a child's mental and emotional well-being. These words can lead to self-doubt and a lack of confidence in a child. Let's delve into the next 3 toxic things parents say. First up, "You'll never find anyone who loves you." This statement is a powerful blow to a child's self-esteem and their ability to form healthy relationships. It plants a seed of doubt in their minds, making them question their worthiness of love. This can lead to them settling for less than they deserve in their relationships, or worse, avoiding relationships altogether out of fear of rejection or abandonment. Next we have, "You're always such a failure." This statement can be incredibly damaging. Not only does it belittle a child's efforts, but it also instills in them a fear of failure. This fear could then prevent them from trying new things or taking risks, stunting their growth and development. They might also start to internalize this belief, thinking that they are indeed failures, which can lead to a cycle of self-fulfilling prophecies. Finally, stop being so dramatic. This statement invalidates a child's emotions, making them feel as if their feelings are not important or valid. It teaches them to suppress their emotions, which can lead to emotional instability in the future. Moreover, it can also make them question their perception of reality, leading to confusion and self-doubt. Let's remember that children are impressionable. They absorb the words, behaviors, and attitudes of the adults around them like sponges. These toxic statements can have a profound impact on their mental and emotional health, shaping their self-perception and their view of the world. So, when we say things like, "You'll never find anyone who loves you," "You're always such a failure," or "Stop being so dramatic," we're not just expressing frustration or disappointment. We're potentially instilling in our children a fear of failure, a belief that they're unlovable, and a tendency to suppress their emotions. These comments can instill a fear of failure and a belief that they're unlovable. Let's strive to build up our children, not tear them down. Let's examine the next set of toxic comments. In the world of negative remarks, the phrase "you're so ugly" is one that can cut deep. It can be a direct assault on a child's self-esteem and self-worth. When this statement comes from a parent, it's a double blow. It's not just an insult, it's a confirmation from the person who should be their biggest cheerleader that they are, indeed, unattractive. This can lead to a lifelong struggle with self-image, self-confidence, and even body dysmorphia. Moving on to the statement, "You're so stupid." This one is a mental takedown. It's not just about a child's intelligence, it's about their ability to learn, to grow, and to achieve. When a parent tells their child that they're stupid, it can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. The child may start to believe they are incapable of success and stop trying to achieve their potential. It can limit their academic success, their career, and their overall life trajectory. The last in this toxic trifecta is, "I regret having you." This one is a dagger to the heart. It's the ultimate rejection. It's not about a child's appearance or intelligence, but about their very existence. The message it sends is, "You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're a mistake." This can lead to feelings of unworthiness, loneliness, and a lifelong struggle with rejection. It can make a child feel like they don't belong, like they're not worthy of love or happiness. Each of these toxic statements has far-reaching effects. They can cause emotional, psychological, and even physical harm. They can shape a child's self-perception and how they interact with the world. They can hinder their ability to form healthy relationships, to succeed in school or work, and to lead a fulfilling and happy life. So remember, words have power. They can build up or break down. They can inspire or destroy. The words we choose to use with our children can shape their lives, for better or for worse. These words can lead to a negative self-image and feelings of regret and rejection. Finally, let's look at the last three toxic things parents say. First, "You're too fat." This statement can lead to severe body image issues, fostering an environment of self-consciousness and low self-esteem. It can also lead to harmful dieting habits and eating disorders. Secondly, "You're too skinny." This statement, much like the previous one, can also lead to body image issues. It can cause children to feel pressured to gain weight, often leading to unhealthy eating habits. Lastly, "You're a burden to me." This is one of the most damaging things a parent can say to a child. It can make them feel unwanted and unloved, leading to feelings of worthlessness. It can also cause them to develop a fear of expressing their needs in the future, in fear of being a nuisance. These statements can cause body image issues and feelings of being a nuisance. Now that we've covered these toxic statements, let's not forget the power of positive communication. The words we use can either build a child's confidence or destroy it. Affirming phrases, genuine praise, and thoughtful feedback can nurture a child's self-esteem and emotional health. This positive dialogue forms the foundation of their inner voice, influencing their self-perception and interactions with the world. Remember, the words we choose to say to our children can shape their world. Choose them wisely.